about this award that I was getting it. I've heard about this award in 1992 when Larry won it. Larry and I were instructors at the other side of the field. They're over at the Executive Center. He was with the Orlando Aero Club, and I was with the CFP Flying Club. And I heard he'd won Instructor of the Year award, and we were fierce competitors. We were all stealing, well, he was stealing clients from me. I tried to steal students from him unsuccessfully. And I think after he won the award, I went in and said some, like, how did you, into that FBO, and in front of all the people, like, what did you do to get that award? You know, some kind of obnoxious thing I probably said, because I was obnoxious then, more so than now. And he pulled me aside and he said, do you want to win this award? And I said, yeah, I would. I'd like to win the award. And he said, come with me to this meeting. And we went to this meeting down at the FSDO. Walked in and he introduced me to this man here, Obi Young. And he says, John, Obi, I'd like you to meet John Tenney. I think he would make a good accident prevention counselor. And I was like, what? I want the CFI of the Year award. I didn't even know what this was, but this is how we met. I don't know if you remember that. And I want to thank a lot of people for helping me get here. Of course, I have to thank my wife and daughters who have supported me all the way through this. You don't realize how much it is. My daughter does not have her phone in her hand, okay? This is amazing. Also, the people in the FSDO who decided who would win this award, I looked at that list and I only know one of them. So some of y'all have been lying. You've been saying good things about me to these people in the FSDO, and I want to thank them for, I know that there were other people up for consideration of this, and I appreciate being chosen. And over these last 3 weeks, the gravity of it is starting to set in, that this is a serious thing. Now, you're glad you're done with it, aren't you? You can hand this out to me for a year, can't you? But there's one person I really want to thank, and this person works very hard. He's retired, but he's not. How many people work harder after they're retired? I don't know. But there's one guy who I've been working with for 32 years, since '92, in the Aviation Prevention Counselors, the Aviation Safety Counselor, the FAA Production Studios, and finally the Florida Aviation Network. And you've all heard him today ordering us around because he's Director OB today, okay? And he makes sure everything gets done right. And this wouldn't have happened, this whole thing today wouldn't have happened without OB and his team and everybody here. But really, when he's not being a director guy and he's just hanging out, like if you go to his house on a Friday afternoon and have a beer with him, he's about the best friend a guy could have. OB, thank you so much for all this. I've got some stuff to do if you don't have anything to do. So, a lot of people have said things to me that have made a difference. I remember Diego said one thing to me that stuck forever was, just remember, if somebody wants you to go somewhere and you're not comfortable, you don't have to be anywhere. And I do remember that. And then Paul Allen, who was unable to make it here tonight, who was another instructor of mine who taught me a lot, he said, just make sure you don't fly in thunderstorms and other bad weather. There's no future in it. And we are having the Hangar Talk meeting after this for those of you who are members of, well, and you're all welcome. It's an aviation sit around the table and tell stories kind of a safety meeting. But one of the things that Paul said, and I've heard Diego say it, and probably everybody's going to say, when you say goodbye to somebody tonight, just make sure, I've always liked this farewell, keep the greasy side down. So all of you, thank you for this. I appreciate the honor. I'm overwhelmed. This has never happened to me in my life before. I'm sure I'm going to say something stupid, so please forgive me in advance. Thank you.
Yeah.